rent-free in your heads again, huh? I mean, if you're gonna spend your days obsessing over me, you might as well start calling me something respectable. Maybe Daddy Shizzy, or better yet, Papa Nut. Who's the grown-up here? Alright, it's me. Let's go. Call me Daddy, yeah, that's who I am. Running your mind's like a master plan. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, take your pick. Alone in your thoughts while you still act sick. Call me Daddy, it's what you mean. Why you chase the crumbs and I take the lead? Living rent-free, that's my name. Go ahead, say it, put some respect on your name. Man, I'm too old, well here's a surprise. I'm the one with the brains while you're stuck with the lies. You act like you're experts, but here's the reality. I'm the one controlling your mental reality. So while you're out there trying to throw shade, I'm sipping coffee and you're feeling betrayed. You're mad, I got the spotlight, now it's my time. So why not call me Daddy or Papa with a rhyme? I'm the landlord and you're just the tenants, stuck in your headspace with no end to sight, no repentance. Call me Daddy, you know it's true. You'd be lost without me, stuck in the glue. Call me Daddy, I'm owning your mind while you're scrambling, trying to find what's behind. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, don't you see? You're living in my world now, I'm the VIP. Call me Daddy, just let it be. While you're trying to figure out your own identity. Oh, I see you're confused, trying to get it right, spinning your wheels while I'm out of sight. You think you've got it figured, but you got it all wrong. I've been running your minds all along. But sure, keep pretending you don't care. Keep saying you're done, but I'm still in the air. You got no choice but to bow to my name. Daddy Shizzy is here to own the game. You say you don't watch, but you're obsessed. Every word I say puts you to the test. Call me Daddy, Papa Nut, you know you should. Because I've been living rent-free, and you know it feels good. Papa Nut, Shizzy Daddy, owning your headspace, and there's no escape. Good luck with that.
Good to see everybody. I hope you're doing good, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up or the thumbs down. It helps the channel. Please. Thank you. Most definitely. And as you'll see, Super Tips is on. And I've got the link over there on Rumble. For anybody that's over on the Rumble side, you're welcome to go and hit that also. I think so, but we have survived worst. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. No, that is absolutely right. Crazy, crazy, crazy stuff going on today. Yeah. So we're going to get back into the deposition. We're going to have a little bit of fun tonight, just chilling. And Gracia. Good to see you. Hello, Sherry. How you doing, Cheryl? Good to see you. Noel, Tammy Bugard, Megan. Good to see you. It's been a while, Megan, since I've seen you on here. Good to see you. Oh my gosh, Mary Boyle. Hello, hello, Jason, Tammy. And let's see, Heather May, good to see you. Gwen the Ferret, good to see you also. My gosh, we got a whole crew in here tonight. This is a wonderful thing. We love it whenever you guys can come in and hang out and have a few laughs. We'll try to keep it entertaining. Yes, definitely stay safe with the crazy weather. It is not looking too like it's going to be pretty out there for a while. Hey, Wise Diva, good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you, man. Oh, you glad the Uvalde cases? Yeah, Tammy, it is a good thing that it's over. And I prayers out to those families. It's unfortunate that they didn't go after any of the police officers that were there on hand that could have gone in there and handled this. Good to see you, grandkids tax. Yeah, Darren. Good to see you, Mr. Landfill. Michigan be freezing. Yeah, we're looking at probably some power outages here in Georgia because I'm in the greater Atlanta area and it's going to get cold. Freezing, a lot. We'll just see. It may be all for nothing. We've had that happen before. Megan and Tug was talking about Bonehead. Holy cow. Why would they want to even talk about that guy? But okay. I mean, he is a goofball, so that's always fun. Good to see you, Sharon. I mean, you know, Bonehead. Gee, what good does that do? Hello, good evening to you. Also habitual. Wait, it's habit none angel. Good to see you. Good to see you. Looks like rain in Southern California. Well, that does happen. Hey Sharon, how you doing? Oh my gosh, yeah, crazy day. Crazy stuff going on out there. I just want everybody to be safe. I mean, the rain sucks. Freezing rain sucks really bad. Snow sucks. It's never any fun. None of it is going to be enjoyable. All right. Well, let's go ahead and you have an extreme cold watch for 3 days with wind chill starting at -25 with snow. See, I don't pay a whole lot of it. You have to remember that wind chill is very subjective because, look at what the actual temperature is. And that, what they're talking about is if the wind is blowing, what the temperature feels like. So it doesn't really do much to change what the temperature is, except it chills the body. Like it'll affect your body more than it will affect anything else. Good to see you. How you doing, T42? Oh my, oh my. Yes, it's cold in Kansas. One of my mods lives in Kansas. She's probably not enjoying it right now. It's -4 here in the peninsula of Marblehead, Ohio. Ooh, Sharon, that's no fun. Here it's usually colder than they say. Yeah, I usually look at the thermostat, the thermometer I have outside. That tells me how cold it is. If it's anywhere below like 40, then I just bundle up. Anywhere below 40, I'm just like, oh no, I'm just bundling it all up. Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy. Well, let's go ahead and get into this thing and make it good. There we go. So right after the break yesterday, now this is where it starts getting a little bit stupid. 74 years old cannot handle the cold. Hell, I'm a little younger than that, and I can't handle the cold either. I don't like, 40 degrees here, 104 Fahrenheit. Gotta love Aussie weather. Yeah, that's more my speed right there. That's right. That is absolutely right. Smitty, that is absolutely how I feel about it. I like the heat. All right. So he comes back, and the first thing he asks is, Mr. Hales, you're a Cleveland sports fan, am I correct? Answer, not really. You're not a Cleveland baseball fan? I'm not a diehard fan of anything. Okay, is there a reason why you wear the old Cleveland Indians hoodie on your YouTube streams and not the current Cleveland Guardians hoodie? No, there's no reason. Do you have a position on like the sports teams changing their names out of political correctness? See, this is the stupidest line of questioning. Him asking him about his favorite sports team. It makes you scratch your head like, what does that have to do with anything? Deuce, you are an idiot. Like, you want to go down that kind of road? Oh, geez. Do you feel like maybe there's some people that might find it offensive to see people wearing an old Cleveland Indians jersey, which were, eliminated due to political correctness? Point this way afield. I'm going to object. Randy says, at this point, this is way afield. I'm going to object as to relevance. I'll let you do maybe one more question. Subject to my objection, you can answer. If he tries to bring this up, you can answer. Oh, what was the question? Well, how would you feel if somebody said that they found it offensive that they're fans of yours, but they don't like the Cleveland Indians garb? Answer: I wouldn't care. I would probably the same way they would feel if I told them I was offended by them not liking what I wear. It doesn't matter in the long run, in the big scheme of life. It does not matter. Oh my gosh, what is that? Hands doing a fist bump. Oh, what is this? Oh, hey, Venters Nation. How you doing? Thank you for the $1.99 super chat there. I like it. Yeah, good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Having a wonderful day. It's always good to see you, brother. What's your current relationship with your personal relationship with Martha George Risk? Are you engaged? Objection. Not relevant at all to these proceedings. And that one is, you can answer that one, but I'm going to tell you right now. This was the purpose of the email counsel. Their personal relationship has nothing to do with this lawsuit. So that's not for you to determine, Mr. Shuckett. Let's call the judge. We'll call the magistrate in about 5 minutes if you're going to have a line of questioning about their relationship. Well, that would be interesting. So are you engaged to and Martha George Risk? My relationship with Martha George Risk is no concern of this lawsuit. Do you have a business relationship with Martha George Risk? Martha George Risk is an independent contractor. So she's self-employed? Correct. And does she have a contract with the Hales or with you? Yes. And what is the status? What is her status in the contract? Is it as a service provider? Frankly, it's none of your business. That's proprietary information for the business. Is she a service provider paid on a 1099? Objection, compound question. Is Miss Risk paid on a 1099? It's none of your business. Is there a set amount of payment to her pursuant to a contract over periods of, a pay period? Yeah, none of your business. This isn't relevant to the actual lawsuit. Okay, well, that's not for you to determine, so I'm going to ask you again. Is there a contract with Miss Risk that involves a regular amount of payment to her over regular periods of time, like pay periods? Again, I am determining it. It's not relevant to the lawsuit. I will say this to your counsel. I do intend to file a motion based on counsel. You don't need to announce your intentions. I've told you several times, do whatever you have to do. Well, this is me endeavoring to make the remainder of the deposition productive. And so if you want to go off the record and discuss this, oh, no. This is particularly for the record. And that is this. You have not controlled your client. Your client has gone on many tirades, and you're... Hey, Mr. Shuckett, may I speak? No, I'm getting the magistrate on the phone right now. On the record. Hang on. Now, Mr. Shuckett, may I speak? You're not going to call the magistrate now, are you? Even before I even... Absolutely are. Okay. Excuse me? Before I've even spoken and finished what I have to say, do you have a question for... Do you have a motion to make on the record or a question for my client other than a speech to me? My question is, can you read the last question, Alyssa? One moment. While she's looking, do you have any exhibits? Wait, I'm sorry, this is important. Do you have any different... Are you going to be using these same exhibits on Wednesday for Miss Martha Risk's deposition, or do you have another set? Oh, I'm not going to start talking about that. I just need the last question read back, please. Reporter read back from the record. Do you understand the question? Yes, I do. Can I have your answer, please? You already got my answer. That's confidential business information that you're not entitled to and has no relevancy to this lawsuit whatsoever. Relevancy is not a proper objection in a deposition. Motion to strike what Mr. Matskin just said. Do you have another question? I'm asking you to instruct your client to answer the question unless you instructed him not to answer it on grounds of privilege. I didn't hear a question. I'm asking you, Attorney Shocker, to instruct your client to answer the last question unless you instructed him not to answer on the ground of privilege. Did you hear me instruct him not to answer? So therefore, I'm asking him to answer the question. I'm not here to do that, counsel. He's answered the question. So you're not here to tell your client to answer a question that's been asked in a deposition. You're his counsel in a deposition, but you're not going to tell him to answer a question that you instructed him not to answer. If you're not happy with an answer, you can do things with it. Please move on. Oh, I will. How come the email from Miss Preston to Mayor Dan in Ohio was not alleged in your complaint? Objection. That's attorney-client privilege and work product, and that I will instruct him not to answer unless you can answer that question outside of conversations that you and I had. Jeremy answers, I can't. Attorney Shockett. You can't? Well, then don't answer the question. Oh, am I correct? There's an email sent by Miss Preston to a person that we refer to as Mayor Dan, who is the mayor of your hometown in Ohio, correct? Yes. And to your best recollection, what did that email say? To summarize to the best of my recollection, basically she was trying to warn Mayor Dan to try and remove me from the town that I live in. When you say remove you, what does that mean? She doesn't want me living anywhere. She wants to cause problems wherever I'm at, including whether I'm in Ohio or Florida or anywhere else. Oh, okay. But when you say that she wrote an email to try to have you removed from the town in Ohio, is that what you testified? I'm testifying first. She contacted a town hall multiple times on the phone and then threatened to call the local news station if she did not get in contact with the actual mayor. Then she sent an email to the mayor and in essence summarizing what she doesn't. She wants the mayor to know what a problem I am. And you said to have you removed. So was there something in this email that suggested that you should be kicked out of the town? Would you like to bring the email up so we can actually read it? Oh, well, shit, I don't have it because I'm a dumbass. Well, why not? You're asking questions about it. So what town is it, by the way, in Ohio? It really doesn't have any relevancy to the issue here. The town that Mayor Dan is the mayor of. The town that Mayor Dan is the mayor of? Well, in all reality, it's not a town, so your question is wrong. Well, what is he a mayor of, even if it's not a town? He's the mayor of a village. And what's the name of the village? I don't think it really matters. It's public record. Jesus, you dumbass. It's public record. Witness Peninsula. Oh, Peninsula, Ohio. Is that the address somebody would write on an envelope? Yes, fucktard. And what's the zip code? It's 44264. I do want to have you open Exhibit 73, please. Exhibit 73 was marked for identification. Yes, 73, which is a JPEG. Attorney Shockett. A what? Hang on. It's not a PDF, but you know, it's a screenshot. Okay, sorry. It's a one-page police report. Okay, we have it. And is that police report dated? It's really touchy. It doesn't seem to have the exact date on it, does it? Or am I missing that, the date of the report? Well, in any event, does the report say that the writer spoke on 1/17/2024, someone who's blacked out, who advised that he believes Lynette Preston violated the no contact order? So we're looking at the same thing? That is the first line, yes. Oh, All right. Would you agree with me? There's no doubt that the name that's been redacted is yours. I honestly do not know. It's redacted. Oh, shit. I understand that. Moron. Oh. And I have not read the rest of the police report. I've only looked at the first line. Okay, I'll tell you what, you take a minute or two or three, even, and please read it. And then my question will be whether you're willing to acknowledge that it's yours. You can increase that? Can you increase that? Oh, yeah, it's very touchy. Yeah, it's very touchy. I just touch it, it just moves. Is that better? Yeah, that's a little better. Yes, that redacted would be Jeremy Hales. Oh, I appreciate that. Can you read the last line and use your name in place of the blacked out part out loud, please? Is that the last line? The no contact order? That's the last line. The very bottom of the email. Oh, where it says the no contact order, the no contact order. 2 paragraphs below that would be the last. Oh, okay. It's just that we get this thing, this document is, okay, we can pull it up. Now you can see that. It should be noted, that during my encounter with Jeremy, I asked him if Lynette's phone number was blocked from his phone. Jeremy replied he had the number blocked before, but unblocked it in order to try to get her to break the injunction. Do you agree or dispute that statement? Absolutely disagree. I can't force anybody to break an injunction. I can't force your client, Lynette, to break an injunction, but what I can do is hold her accountable when she does. So, for example, I blocked her because of all of her crazy rants, and then I unblocked her because she was told by a court, found guilty for stalking, that she was not allowed to be contacting me. And the only way I would know if she was contacting me is if she was unblocked. And no, you can't force another person to actually break a civil protection order. Only dumbass Lynette can break that civil protection order. Okay. So my question then is, did you make this statement? No. Did the report says you make? No. The officer said, do you have her number blocked? I said, obviously not. Here's the text message. I did have her blocked. I have her unblocked to know if she breaks the civil protection order. Well, how would unblocking it enable you to know if she breaks the civil protection order apart from, are you literally that fucking dumb? If she's blocked and she contacts me via phone, I won't know. If she's unblocked and she contacts me, I will know. Therefore, breaking the civil protection order, which you literally are having me look at a police report where she broke the civil protection order because she's unblocked. That's how I know. Jesus deuces. It's not quite thick enough there. I think, how many times was he dropped on his head as a child? I understand. Okay, so I just want to see if I understand. So you had her blocked, and that prevented her from, even if she were trying to reach you, you wouldn't know because it was blocked, right? No. It would mean absolutely opposite of that. Correct, you dumbass. Yeah, right. So I guess theoretically a third-party witness might be here seeing her attempting to call you, maybe not realizing she's been blocked. And then they can report that and say, I saw her try to call Jeremy. It doesn't know. He doesn't know because it was blocked, right? I don't live in a world of theoreticalities. I live in a world of facts. She texted me. Oh, right. So while blocked, although possible for her to attempt to contact you, maybe she knew she was blocked. Maybe she didn't, but certainly she can attempt to call you while blocked, correct? Yes, she could. And in that case, you would never know, at least not just from the call itself, correct? Correct. All right.
So then at some point in time, you chose to unblock her number, correct?
It's a statement. You got any questions?
Correct?
Oh my goodness. Objection to form. Ask a question. Ask a question, deuce. Oh,
At some point in time, you chose to unblock her number, correct?
I already answered that question.
That was a yes, right?
I already answered that question. The no broke the civil order. She's unblocked because she was court ordered not to break the civil protection order. How am I supposed to know if she breaks it if she's blocked?
Okay. What precipitated your decision to take the overt act of unblocking her number?
Did you not hear my last statement, which matched exactly what I said multiple times before? Dumbass.
I guess I didn't understand it. Of course you wouldn't understand it, Deuce, because you're a fucking moron.
There's a legal civil protection order against your client, Lynette Preston, which states she may not contact me whatsoever. The only way to keep that accountable to know if she's contacting me is to unblock her. Good.
But if she's blocked, it's impossible for her to contact you. It's only possible for her to futilely attempt to contact you, right?
Again, another great statement. You got any questions? Do you not know how to ask a question?
Well, your testimony was that you unblocked her, so you would know if she is breaking the protection order, right?
My testimony was there's a civil protection order against the stalker, Lynette. And to know whether she was actually breaking that civil protection order against Lynette is actually her contacting me if she's unblocked.
But it's impossible for her to contact you while blocked, right?
Form. Objection to form. How would it be impossible? She's broken the civil protection order in person time and time again. There are many facets to this civil protection order. You can roll your eyes as much as you want. You already know what she's done over and over again. She's been found guilty over and over again. She continues to block our way. She continues to block our way into places where they are to leave immediately. They're not allowed to be anywhere near us within 500 feet, any public place, any private place, any public road, any private road. They are not allowed to have contact with us whatsoever. Just because I block her on the phone doesn't mean she can't get on something else to try to contact us with her multiple fake accounts. You want me to keep going on? You obviously know she can contact me. She's done it. She's been found guilty of it. Deuce, back again.
Okay, let me clarify. So it'd be impossible for her to break the order using the blocked phone number while blocked, correct?
No, incorrect. There's a million different ways she can do it. Oh, let's think of something. That's right. Her grandson was at the property. Oh, that's right. The Levy County Sheriff took her phone as evidence. She has another phone. She can contact me a million different ways under different names, different profiles. No, it's not impossible by any stretch of the imagination. And she's known and has a pattern of creating multiple profiles and doing such things with multiple devices, multiple electronics, such as multiple phones, just like the Levy County Sheriff took her phone as evidence when Cook got arrested for brandishing a firearm at yet another person.
Jesus. Can you read the question back, Alyssa? Because I forgot what I was trying to get at.
She reads it back.
Using the block number, correct?
No, not correct. You can download apps, change your number, get through blocks. Not correct in any stretch of the imagination.
Okay, is your testimony she violated the protective order using the phone number that we're talking about? Well, it was blocked.
Oh my goodness, that is just stupidity.
But you just said that there's other ways to get through her block. So while you had her number blocked, is it your testimony she committed a violation using that number?
The absolute asinine stupidity. You're literally looking at the police report.
Can you speak up?
My testimony is that your client contacted me breaking the civil protection order that is placed on her.
Okay, so my question is, there was a time when you had her number blocked. We're talking about a particular phone number, right? Like the number that you blocked that you referred to. Looks like that's it right here. Okay, so you had it blocked at that point, sometime in point in time, right?
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember about when?
No.
And then you unblocked it at some point in time, right?
Yes.
You remember about when?
No.
And while it was unblocked, after you unblocked it, am I right that you received a text message from her, Miss Preston, from that number?
Yes, you dumbass.
Oh, do you remember when you received this text message?
Is there a date on the police report? Do you remember without looking at the report? Without looking at the report, no.
Okay, was it around the time of the deposition? Who depositioned in January?
Without looking at the report, I don't know.
Do you remember what the text said?
Without looking at the report, I don't know.
Do you know what the violation is depicted in the Zoom video deposition?
I don't understand this question either.
Is the act of her contacting you without phone number in violation of the order depicted in the video during the deposition? Did she do it during that deposition?
That I don't recall either.
Do you recall mentioning that you had recently reported 4 new violations of the protective order?
Yes.
And did you mention that on your live stream or on a re-recorded YouTube video within the last couple of weeks or so?
I don't recall.
Well, what would you estimate what that was? How long ago had you mentioned the 4 new violations?
I don't recall. And I don't recall whether it was pre-recorded or live stream.
All right, so did you report 4 violations of the protective order that aren't already a subject of these reports that we've been looking at?
Can you ask a clear question, please?
Did you basically report 4 new violations of Ohio protective order?
Yes.
And how did you report them? Did you visit the Levy County Sheriff's Office?
Levy County Sheriff's Office came out, got the information, and the report came from me and the videos.
And what precipitated the visit? Was there a little sprinkling in the air? Did it hit me in the eye? Did you make a phone call?
Yes.
Do you remember when this was?
I don't know the exact date.
Was it during your current period of time being in Florida, or had there been, a time in Ohio in between when you made that report in your current time?
During my time in Florida.
And when did you arrive in Florida last?
I don't remember the exact date.
Was it less than a month ago?
No.
Probably 6 weeks, roughly?
I don't remember the exact date.
Okay, and so after you arrived in Florida, do you know how long after you arrived you made that call, and did the Levy County Sheriff's visit your property?
Is there a question in there somewhere?
How long after you arrived in Florida did the Sheriff's Office visit you to take this report of 4 violations?
Yeah, man, I don't recall the exact date. Hey, Michael, good to see you. Good to see you. Glad you could make it.
Approximately?
I don't recall the exact date.
So how did this begin? Did you pick up the phone and call? I want to report 4 violations. Please send somebody over.
I called Levy County Sheriff to report a violation.
And did they say, okay, we'll send somebody over?
Yes.
Did they send somebody right over there, or was it later in the day, the next day?
They sent 2 officers over immediately.
Do you remember the names of the officers?
No.
Had you met either one of them before?
I don't recall.
Were they male or female?
Well, there were 2 males. least that's how they identified. No shade.
Since then, have you come to learn their names?
I don't recall.
Okay, is it reflected on the report?
I don't have a report yet. I still have to FO. I don't get the requests for the report. And then it will be reflected on the report.
Okay, so how long did they stay when they arrived?
I don't recall.
Was it an hour or less?
It was less than an hour.
And where did you speak with them? Did you bend over and talk with your butt cheeks and say, hello, officers? Or was it less than an hour? Was it indoors or outdoors?
Outdoors.
Can you describe the location?
One of my properties in Otter Creek.
Yeah, can you be more specific?
Well, it was my place in Otter Creek.
Is that what's known as the schoolhouse?
Some people call it the schoolhouse.
So did you meet them at the gate of that property where a visitor would have to enter?
No.
They were let in or they entered through the gate and then they met you somewhere else on the property?
Correct.
Okay. And then did you have this conversation standing outside, standing up?
No. I was laying down. I was scratching my belly, and they were standing on my ankles while they were talking to me. Of course, yes.
And were the two officers recording, do you know, or just writing?
I don't recall.
Okay, and you reported to them 4 separate violations.
I gave them 4 separate videos to report violations.
And can you tell us about those 4 videos? You know, the first of the 4 videos?
I don't know which order they were in. Number 1 would be John Cook laughing, running towards sheets, laughing about George having cancer. Another would be John Cook talking to me at the edge of his property as he's filming and then going, Your Honor, see, this is what I got to go through every day, which is communication with me. Another is John Cook violating the protection order at the post office. Another is John Cook and Lynette violating the protection order, driving straight towards me as they see me on the road in North Otter Creek Avenue. They see me, they stop. Instead of turning around, they drive straight towards me.
And are those videos, could you produce those videos to me by my request now? Or do I need to go through a formal procedure to request them?
Attorney Shockett. Son, you're going to need to go through a formal procedure.
Ducey says, okay, so the video needed described of the well, Mr. Shockett, I would say they're responsive to the already propounded request, but we can discuss that. So the video about you mentioned the post office. Was one of them about the post office? Because I've got a letter I need to mail. I'm so stupid. I'm sorry, Alyssa. Give me a description of the 4 videos, because I'm a moron. I can't even remember what I'm doing. Let's have her repeat the description of the 4 videos, please. Somebody pass me my bong. Mr. Hale's description of the 4 videos. I need another hit. Oh, my God.
The reporter read back from the record.
Okay, get me, my mind is going. Yeah, okay. So they're laughing about the cancer running towards the sheets. Can you describe that in a little more detail? Was he running really fast, or was he just hobbling along really slowly? What do you mean by running towards the sheets? Was he trying to go and get a sheet to put over his head, cut some little eyelids out? Was he trying to be a ghost in the South?
Which part don't you understand? Running towards or sheets?
Which sheets?
Are you going to play dumb like you don't know they've got sheets hung up right now?
Oh, so when did this alleged violation occur?
I don't have the exact date. I'd have to get the report.
And when you say he was laughing about George having cancer running towards the sheets, how did you witness this?
Oh, well, every time I film, every time I have to drive by there for my own protection and, of course, accountability. And I have ears and I can hear it.
Oh, so you were driving by filming. You were filming with your arm out of the window holding a cell phone?
I filmed the only way I know how to film with something in my hand with a cell phone.
Okay. So on this particular day, was it bright and shiny outside? Did we have butterflies flying through the air? Were you driving on the road between your property and their property, right?
Correct.
And you were driving in the direction such as the driveway side was closer to the side of your side.
Their side?
Okay, so you're driving by and you're holding the cell phone out the window. You're filming for protection and accountability, correct?
Correct.
And tell me what happened that constitutes the violation. Was you swimming in the water creeks?
Well, we already covered this.
Well, I'm asking you now to describe it. I want to get it in my vision, in my eyes. I want to feel special. I want to feel it. I want to feel the stench rising off the ground there at Michelle's property. I need it.
Well, we literally have already covered this multiple times, running towards the sheets, laughing, going, ha, 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 George Cancer. Communication.
Running in what direction?
Towards the fucking sheets. Oh, Jesus. Breach of civil protection order. Communication. Intentional welling. Knowingly communication. Literally running towards so I would hear him. Literally running towards so I will see him. Literally willingly. Knowingly violating the civil protection order, not turning around like he's supposed to, not minding his own business like he's supposed to, taunting, making contact with me, intentionally making contact with me.
Are you finished? Where was he running from? What direction or what building?
Behind the sheets.
So you were driving by and he emerged like a miraculous thing from behind the seats so you could see him.
Well, yes. Hey, Bridget.
And then he moved in what direction? Towards the road, to the left, to the right? Did he do the hokey pokey and turn himself about?
Towards me, towards the road.
I see. So you're driving by, your cell phone is out the window, and he shows up from behind the sheets, wearing a sheet, and he shows up from behind the sheets, starts walking towards the road. And he was filming. Was he holding a cell phone?
I do not know.
Okay. Well, was he walking towards the road and saying what?
Oh my goodness, we've already covered this. Move on. Ask a relevant question.
So he emerged from the road. He emerged from behind the sheet, began walking towards the road, saying what?
I already answered this. Ask another question.
Oh, I need you to answer this one now. I'm just pinching my nipples right now, thinking about it.
I've already answered it multiple times. As a matter of fact, you could probably answer it. You know what I said.
Mr. Shotton, it's really a simple question. Would you mind asking him just give me a simple answer?
He answered it 2 times. Even I can memorize what he said.
Mr. Hale, what did you say as he walked from behind the sheets towards you as you were driving by filming?
All right, one more time. That's it. He was laughing out loud to make sure I could hear him, which is covered on the cell phone video footage, mocking George having cancer.
But I want those words spoken. Oh, please spank me, Daddy. I want those words spoken, not your characterization of it.
Well, you can have the video when we go through the proper channels to get the video. You'll hear them.
But do you remember what he said? Not just
I do not have the video right now.
Do you remember what he said? Do you remember what he said?
I just told you what he said for the 3rd time, and I'm not going to answer it again.
All right. And the second violation? Oh, did you report it? You said that Mr. Cook was on the edge. He was on the edge like I am right now.
So the Red Sox girl, good to see you.
You said that Mr. Cook was on the edge of his property line. Your Honor, this is what we have to go through. Is that correct?
Oh, I'm gonna stop for a second. Read the super chat. You guys are just jumping out here. Hi, welcome, chat. Good to see all of you. Tammy Bugard, Brenda. Oh my gosh, howdy, Tammy. Good to see you. Oh my gosh, Miss Peanut, Noel, Ronnie. My gosh, you guys are just all lit up. I think I'm giving you guys a good run for your money. Hey, Ma, good to see you. Good to see you. The sheriffs had to be 2 female deputies. We all know Levy County sheriffs don't have balls. That sounds about right. They are lacking in some of that their testicular fortitude. That's how it goes some days. They just tend to miss things left and right. Hail Mary, full of grace, give us patience. Thank you, Sharon. Oh my. Well, oh my goodness. We finally got a question out of this statement. Hey, Wolf, good to see you. Wow, yes.
And again, let's set this up. Let's set up the scenario. Were you driving at this time? Where were you at this time?
Driving.
Was this a different day than the first one?
Yes.
Okay, was this the same thing? You were driving on the road filming for accountability and protection?
Yes.
And also with your side, the driver's side closer to their property?
Yes.
And as you were driving by, you saw Mr. Cook on his property?
Yes.
And did you stop or you slow down?
I always slow down when there is an individual near the road, not to mention they have publicly posted stating that I go 65, 70 miles per hour, that they've even posted signs, slow down. They posted signs, you don't want me to slow down? So yes, I slow down.
Okay, and so tell me then, what happened that constitutes a violation?
Oh, Jesus Christ, communication, contact.
Well, again, you're characterizing, so I'd like you to give me the facts. I want you to rub my little tushy. Would you rub my little tushy, Jeremy? What exactly did he do or say?
And again, I've already told you, and this is the last time I'm going to answer the question. He is filming me as I'm filming him and going,
Your Honor, this is what I have to go through every day.
There is no, Your Honor. The communication is with me. I'm the only person there.
And then you talked about a violation occurring at the post office.
Nice statement. You got a question?
Oh, yes, please tell me about that violation.
He violated. He was within the 500 feet of the post office.
Well, do you recall when?
No.
Was this on a different day than the first 2 we've just discussed?
Yes.
And did you arrive at the post office after he was there or the other way around?
I arrived at the post office after he was there.
So you parked your vehicle, did you?
No, I was in the road. He was in the road on Route 24. He was driving. I was driving. And he already knows we're at the post office every day, roughly at 2:30 p.m., dropping off packages. And he went there at 2:30. He pulled in. I stayed on the road and told him to leave. Leave now. He got back in his vehicle, spit rocks at my vehicle, and then did not leave within 500 feet. He went to the next parking lot, which is less than 100 feet away.
So you and he were both in your vehicle, like you were behind him driving and he knew you were behind him driving, going to the post office?
Yes.
And so was your testimony that he then pulled into the post office knowing that that would create this issue of a violation?
And he made verbal contact as well.
And what was the verbal contact?
I'd have to look at that video again. I don't recall.
Okay. And then you say you didn't pull into the parking lot, but you said something to them verbally to leave.
I told them to leave. Leave now.
And then you said he left, but he like spit rocks, meaning like he peeled out?
Yes, to kick rocks at my vehicle.
Did it cause any damage?
Not to my knowledge.
Oof. And then you say he drove only a 100 feet away to another parking lot?
Yes.
Okay. And then what did you do? Did you do a little jig? Because I like it when you do a little jig. I like watching you jiggle just a little bit further, Brucey.
I continued to film him until he left.
So you mean he left from that spot that he originally driven to 100 feet away?
Eventually, because I was continuing to film him.
Oh, and how long did you?
The whole accountability thing, when he's breaking the law, when he's breaking the civil protection orders, which he should have immediately got in his vehicle and left within 500 feet, but he chose not to, willingly. Knowingly chose not to. He chose to park less than 100 feet away to still be breaking the civil protection order until two people, myself and Deanna West, continued to film him until he eventually left.
Was Deanna West in the vehicle with you?
No.
Where was she? How did she come upon the scene?
She was in her own vehicle. You know, she's a grown-ass woman.
But she was making the trip to the post office in conjunction with you?
Yes.
So you were like both delivering packages?
Yes.
And so how long did Mr. Cook remain 100 feet away and then finally leave?
I don't recall. I'd have to review the video.
But you do recall being,
and let's be very clear, even if he's not, even if he's there for a second, 2 seconds, I don't care if he's at 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It's a break and breach and a violation of the civil protection order. 1 second, half a second is break and breach and a violation of the protection order. I can care less about the time, and frankly, you should care less about the time. You should be telling your clients to stay as far away from me as possible so they don't end up breaking the law.
That puts a conundrum. So when you got the civil protection order in Ohio, was that after you'd filed but been denied one in Florida? Am I right?
I never filed for one in Florida. I was not denied one in Florida.
So it's your testimony that you did not apply for a protection order in Florida?
I eventually applied for a protection order in Florida once I had my civil protection orders in Ohio. But the way that you phrased that question was the understanding that I applied for one in Florida, got denied, therefore went to Ohio. That was completely and totally incorrect.
Okay, so to be clear, your testimony is there's no record of any filing by you in Florida prior to when you went to Ohio to get a protective order.
You have to go for a bio break. Oh, you go take a bio break. How about we do this? We will give you guys a nice little tune. How's that sound? We'll give you a little tune so that way she can take herself a nice little bio break and make her bladder stop screaming at her like a drunk midget, you know, trying to jump out of the pocket. How's that? We'll just give you a little taste. I'm going to delete that right there. And trash. There we go. Why is that not going? All right, let's do this. We will pull this one out. Add that, stop that one. And we will go to, is it this one here? All right. And then, no, I'll just go here. That's a little bit easier. And then we will share the screen. Do that for you guys because there is nothing more fun than doing this. Ha 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 ha. And to that and do this. And here you guys go. This is the new one I've been working on. I'm actually working on a video for this one, and it looks like it's going to be pretty good. So just enjoy.
No camera on, just a breathing mic. Static wheeze in the midnight fry. Ellie be home, Grease in the air. She hits the stream alone, nobody there. She's running to the chair like it owes her money. Skin on skin, only baloney, sweaty tube chins, harmonizing with she in hairs, hands like a leak blower, choking on nails. Grease goes cream to the car goodbye. Everest smells like spoiled denial. Keyboard shiny, keys won't flat from raised type of lies and ending through gaps. Paper play rolls, all the poetry crimes. Came folded up like a greasy shrine. She smacks her lips, talks through teeth, tooth drown slow beneath the grease. Greasy jaw and no regret.
Crunch out enough to stab her down.
Smoke thick like a brain day fog.
Chicken skins and cigarettes.
Even the cricket left in distress. Ashtray overflowing looks like a storm. Filters crushed like boundary stomp. She flicks one brown, likes another wrist out in the mix she's never met.
Oh brother.
Grease slides wrist to the elbow bend. Shirt stretched in, wipes hands again. Burps mid sentence, keeps on going. Hate gets louder the less she's known.
Chicken skins and cigarettes.
Greasy jaw and
No regrets.
a dog bows down a hall. Smoke so thick the thoughts just stall.
Chicken skins and cigarettes.
Cricket packed up, said screw this, and left. Bad for our climate stakes. Grease is popping out of frame. Yeah, they all lies. Static laugh, she hacks and stays. Grease is stand step beside the mic. Evidence over beers and nights. She all just swallows, clears a throat. Them flies off a bullshit quote. Planes with C shows none just sound. Confidence loud, facts drown. She chews, harder is a bullet. She slurps and sucks down the gullet.
Chicken skins and cigarettes.
Grease and joy.
No regrets.
When you hack my clips, audio red. Smoke so dense it kills the thread.
Chicken skins and cigarettes.
Even the silence sounds upset. Oxygen then weaves between each word. Our glums like it's filing a grievance heard. Axe call slow on bleeds with hands. She wipes them off on her head. Lips smack, cough, swallow, lie. Same sentence, different fry. Room smells like burnt fat and spite. She hacking, coughing through the night.
Chicken skins and cigarettes.
Greasy joy.
No regrets.
I touch it like bone, getting a trash compactor.
Grease so addicted, need your lecture. Chicken skins and cigarettes.
Chicky laughing no. Yeah, can't help this play. Chicken skins and cigarettes. Crazy joy and no regret. When you're blown like a dog on feral. Smoke so big the balls are more. Chicken skins and cigarettes. All in and that's all get tech to stress. Smoke hangs low where the ceiling cries. Grease still warm, truth still lies. Heartbeat off with the detector. Red lights bling like a bad ring.
Shut up, won't let go.
She tag,
Secret, she don't know.
ass drag, bars.
Don't forget.
Skill chewing through the grease and mess.
Chicken skins and cigarettes. No regret. No regret. No regrets.
No camera on.
I love it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I appreciate yous. Having a little bit of fun tonight. Man. I love it. Yes. I didn't realize. Thank you very much, you guys, for telling me that Skipper's chat was up there. I did not realize that his chat had stayed up there. Usually it will remove those after a short period of time, so that it was still up there. I had no idea. Something must have glitched in the matrix here. But thank you very much for letting me know, because I went and looked. I was like, what are they talking about? Skipper's chat is up there. Yeah, it is. It was. It's down now. At least it should be. Let me double check and make sure, because that was really weird that it stayed up there because it's supposed to pull super chats down after a period of time. So, yep, it's down. Good. That's awesome. Thank you very much for letting me know that. That would have been really weird. Been really weird. All right, let me get back to this here deposition. Yes. And thank you very much for letting me know. Couldn't help when nature comes a calling. Hell no, you can't. But you might as well, have something to shake it off to. Oh, happy birthday, Wendy, and to your husband. Oh my gosh, it is his birthday? Man, oh man. Well, here you go. Happy birthday.
Oh my, happy birthday to you.
Oh, yes.
Happy
Happy
birthday
to
to
you.
you. Happy
Happy
birthday, it is your day.
Oh, yes, it is.
Happy birthday to you.
Yes, happy birthday. That's awesome. I love it. All right, let's get back into this. Question.
Okay, so to be clear, your testimony is there's no record of any filing by you in Florida prior to when you went to Ohio to get a protective order.
Correct.
And then you said you did file after you got the Ohio protective order. You said you tried to file for a Florida protective order.
Correct.
Okay, and where did you get that filed?
Levy County.
And what happened with that application?
Well, Judge Craig DeThomas sealed it and denied it. You loving that Southern blues style of music? Oh, I've got plenty.
So there is an albeit a sealed record of a filing by you seeking a protective order in Florida that was ruled on and denied by Judge DeThomas.
Correct. Illegally, both state law.
Did you?
State, and I'm not finished, both state law was broken by Judge Craig DeThomas's, and both federal law was broken by Judge Craig DeThomas's. And then he sealed it so nobody would have any access to it. But then I paid to have it unsealed to find out exactly what he did.
Has it been unsealed?
To me, not to you, dumbass.
So you have, well, even if it were sealed and not unsealed, you still, of course, have a record of a file of what you filed, right? An electronic copy, right?
Yes.
So will you produce that in discovery?
I need to see your request, counsel.
Okay, I'm pretty sure it was responsive to other requests, but if we need to, we will. Miss Preston was pro se, unrepresented by counsel during the proceedings in Ohio court. The evidentiary hearing proceeding, correct? Because that's whenever I started really stroking my nipples and getting excited.
So I do not know Miss Preston's legal background or who is helping or representing her except for you.
Well, the Ohio proceeding that you filed and were granted a protective order, to your knowledge, did she have a counsel of record at the time of that proceeding?
Within the court, she did not have a counsel of record.
And the fourth violation that you testified to recently reported involved them driving towards you on the road, correct?
Yes?
Okay, can you give us more details? Because my brain is fuzzy and I need to hit the bong. What road?
North Otter Creek Avenue.
And when you say driving towards you, were you in a vehicle or were you on your foot?
A vehicle.
And were you driving away from your property or towards it, going back home?
Both. I have multiple properties. I was leaving one property to go to another property.
Okay. So tell us, what's the violation? What did it consist of?
Tug and Megan Raid. Welcome, Tug and Megan Raiders. I hope that you guys are having a wonderful one. You couldn't help when nature comes calling. Oh, yeah. Hi, Shirley. Good to see you. Tug and Megan reads. I love them.
Oh, okay. Tell us what that violation consisted of.
The violation consisted of not being more than 500 feet away from me on any public or private road. They stopped knowing that they were going to break the violation. Instead of backing up and removing themselves, they broke it intentionally, willingly, knowingly. They stopped. They knew they were going to break it, and then they just moved forward.
Okay, I've got to understand this a little better. So you was driving one way, they was driving the other, and they stopped, and then you stopped, and then they just kept going, and you kept going. You was driving, they were coming the other direction.
Correct.
Okay, were they? Did you know surmise they were coming in the other direction?
No, man, but their headlights blinded me. Welcome, Mug Raiders. You know, Megan really hates me. She wants to get in another song battle. She doesn't want to do that. She knows that I'll beat her down like a redhead stepchild. We love you guys. Well, we love Megan too. Sort of. Not in that way. Sort of dirty.
Okay, so where did you surmise they were coming the other direction? You know, go back to their property.
It doesn't matter. Where the Civil Protection Order do you read, it matters where they break and violate. It matters based on where they're going, where they've been. It matters based on how much time. It matters based on none of that matters. So stop asking stupid questions. You're sounding like an ignorant fool. The only thing that matters is they broke and violated the Civil Protection Order. The only thing in the Civil Protection Order is they must stay 500 feet away from myself and George at all times. No matter where they're headed, no matter where they're going, no matter where they've been, 500 feet away on every public and private road. End of story. But Deuce doesn't stop there. He says,
oh, so when you saw them, they were coming in the other direction, and let's say you stopped right there, and they were there on the way home, they would have had to pass you, am I right?
Are you that incompetent? No, they don't pass me. They turn around. They go the other way to make sure that they are 500 feet away from me per the Civil Protection Order. They are not legally allowed to be within 500 feet of me on any public or private road. Yet I'm not public or private building, any public or private place. They cannot be within 500 feet of me. I don't care if they're driving home. I don't care if they're driving to my place. I don't care where they're driving, where they came from, where they're going. They cannot be within 500 feet of me. End of story.
Okay, you finished. You're making my brain hurt. I need another bong hit.
Did it sink into that head of yours yet?
So what I really tried, you know, my question doesn't really go into anything of what you were just going on about. My question is, what I'm really trying to do is envision the situation, because my brain is so small that I can't get the big picture of things. I'm just trying to envision the situation. Physically, the location of the vehicles, okay? So they're coming the other direction. If they were coming, well, they were from the point you saw them, assuming they just didn't turn around, and let's say you weren't there. They didn't care that you were there, and they just wanted to go home, and they didn't change direction. They would have to pass you to reach that destination, the point where you was located. Is that correct?
It makes no difference. Any type of destination, they are legally bound to stay within 500 feet away from me.
So I'm asking if you could just tell me. What I want to understand is, am I that stupid? I mean, does my ass just I got my head so far up there that I don't understand the answer you're giving me. So if they're on the road and you're doing 55 miles an hour and you're doing 65, they have to stop and turn around and go the other way?
Jesus fucking Christ, what a moron.
and continued on their route. Without regard to the protection order, they would have to go right past where you was at that moment of time you spotted them. Yes or no?
What I want you to understand, you brain dead ball sack of a human being, is where I was. They were breaking and violating the civil protection order. They may not legally be within 500 feet of me. Nothing else matters. Attorney Shockett, let the record reflect counsel was laughing and smiling during Mr. Hale's response. Is this BBB ask good questions? Well, he started out asking good questions. Okay. He started out asking some pretty good questions.
So, Mr. Shockett, I wonder if you could ask Mr. Hales to give me a direct answer to the question I'm actually asking, which is if you take Mr. Hale's location at the moment in time he spotted them coming in the other direction, and they were just going to continue on to go home, would they have to pass him? Would they go right by him? That's the question. Can he answer that?
And the answer is legally, they must remove themselves. That's the answer.
Did they pass you?
That's the law. That's the law.
Did they drive by you?
I'm not done. The answer is they legally must remove themselves from the situation. That's what their consequences of their actions have done, as they have not only stalked me, they have harassed me. They have extorted me. They have constantly put my life in fear, my loved ones in dangers. The consequences of their actions under the law, civil protection, means they remove themselves. That's what they need to do.
All right. So what did they do?
They violated and broke the civil protection order. Are you this dense, or does it take another bong hit for you to understand that you're a fucking moron asking these questions?
But that's your characterization. So I want to know factually. So you spotted them? How far away were you? Was you far apart? Was your vehicle from their vehicle when you spotted them coming the other direction?
I don't know. I don't go out in the middle of North Otter Creek Avenue dragging a tape measure with my leg wrapped up into my crotch. That's a beautiful answer. I love that one.
And so when you spotted them, did their vehicle continue to come closer to you? Did they continue to drive towards you? I believe they did, you said. Is that correct?
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, Deuce. This is your line of questioning. I mean, you went from actually asking, hey, Wolfie, you actually went from asking some serious questions to asking some of the most asinine questions. Like, dude, they broke the civil protection order. That's it. That's all it takes. You broke the fucking civil protection order. This is what they're going to be in court for again on Friday. For breaking it again and again and again, and third-party communication, and again and again and again, and just like, Jesus, man. And Jeremy says, I've already answered this multiple times. Can you ask an actual question? Let's see. Let's go. Let's have the civil protection order actually answer this question. Respondent shall not initiate or have any contact with the protected persons named in this order and the residences, businesses, places, employment, schools, daycare center, child care providers. Contact includes not limited to landline, cordless, cellular, digital text, telephone, text, instant message, fax, email, voicemail, delivery services, social media, bloggings, writings, electronic communication, a personal message, communication by any other means directly or through another person. Respondent may not violate this order even with the permission of the protected person, which means if he has his phone turned on and not blocking her, she still cannot freaking call them. That's what it means. It's very, very clear in this Ohio protective order. Even if Jeremy says, hey, reach out and call me, she cannot do it. John Cook cannot do it. If Jeremy was to do a live right now and say, hey, John, Lynette, why don't you come over for dinner? They cannot do it. They could not even respond to him. They would just not show up. They would not be able to do anything. This is how protective orders work. If you've watched enough court cases, you'll understand. This is so damn straightforward. It really is. This is so straightforward. A protective order. You have a protective order against somebody. They cannot do X, Y, or Z. They cannot contact you. The reason they do this is because there's been cases where husband, wife get in some bickering argument, and the wife gets a protective order against the husband. And then she gets lonely one night and says, oh, I miss you so much. Will you come over? And he comes over, and then they get in a fight, and he does horrible things. The judges already understand this. This is why that protective order says respondent may not violate this order even with the permission of the protected person. He would just have to decline. Just say no. Hey, Calvin, good to see you, brother. Ozark, thank you for checking in. Yes, most definitely. Thank you for checking in. Appreciate you. Just like, and of course, Deuce knows this. He's a fucking attorney, but this is the most asinine line of questioning that he's doing. Attorney Matskin. Oh, shit, I'm going to give you 30 seconds. Reporter, I'm good, counsel. Thank you. Witness says, which would be Jeremy, you're doing a great job of this. Attorney Matskin. During this alleged violation of the Ohio order, did they pass you with your vehicle? Oh, Jesus Christ. It's not alleged. He's dead. He has a recording of it. Yes. Thank you. And you continued on after they passed you, and thereby your course. Your vehicles then became further apart at that point in time, right? No, they got closer after we were going away from one another. We got closer. That's how shit works. You're a fucking moron. Objection to form. You can answer, but if you understand the question. Question, when they passed you, were you moving or were you stationary? Moving. Okay, were you on the right side and they were on the right side of the road? Your right side and they were on the right side? Yes, Jesus Christ, you freaking dimwit. Okay, did you have your cell phone out the window for accountability and protection? Yeah. And did you see who was in the vehicle? Yes. And who was in the vehicle? John Cook, Lynette Preston. And anybody else? Not that I saw. Who was driving? I'd have to go back and look at the video again to remember. And was there anyone in your vehicle with you? No. And did anybody say anything? Either you or Michelle or John Cook? No. Was there a window down? No. Do you know that they were aware it was you driving towards them? Objection to form calls for speculation. But you can answer if you knew what they were aware of. No. The question is, do you know if they were aware that it was you driving towards them? Pretty easy to know that they're aware, as they have outlined and documented the make and model and color of my vehicle, not only stating that I pass by them filming hundreds of times a day, which is not true whatsoever. I pass by when is needed to pass by. That they have literally documented in court evidence, court documents, my vehicle. They know my vehicle. They stopped when they saw my vehicle. And instead of going in the side street and turning around, which they had every opportunity to do, they decided to willingly violate the civil protection order, like a couple of dumbasses. Was Deuce past the bar in the USA or Armenia? Well, you know what he did in Armenia. Sort of weird, but okay. All right, so is there a side street? Now, was the side street between you and the vehicle the moment you spotted them, or had they already passed it? They did not pass it. So in the space between the front of your vehicle and the front of their vehicle at the time, and
in time when you spotted them and presumably they spotted you, you're saying that there was a side street they could have turned into.
Yes.
And where was that side street relative, to your car? Was it closer to yours or theirs?
They were right at it.
Would that have been right turn or left turn for them?
That would have been a right turn.
Meaning if you were going to turn into that side, it would have been a left turn?
Yes.
All right. And what is that side street exactly?
I don't know the name.
How far from the entrance to Turtle Purgatory?
You see that? He calls it Turtle Purgatory. Even Deuce calls it Turtle Purgatory. Look at that. See, he knows all about this place. Do you think Deuce ever showed up there? Do you think he ever went by Lynette's whenever he had the opportunity? Whenever he was down here in Florida for that deposition, do you think he swung by there? Do you think? Do you think he swung by there and was like, "Oh my God, like this is the way that they're living? Hey, I need to get out of this shit." Think about it. Deuce knows exactly what it's called. Way to go, Deuce. Kudos to you, brother. you knew exactly the kind of shithead people you were getting involved in. Oh, good evening to everyone at Tug and Megan Raid. Welcome, Tug and Megan Raiders. I hope that you're having a wonderful night tonight because we are having a good one. I love it. I love it. Way to go, Deuce. I've been shaking my head at all of this since 21 now. This is so good. I love it. Oh, geez, I just said we're going to get 6 to 12 by Sunday. Well, Mary, well, it just depends. Just depends on how good you can shake it. I mean, you might get 6 to 12. I mean, the average man is 6, right? Mary's going to start throwing things at me like, "You dirty old man." I'm expecting just something's going to come out of that one. I'm going to get myself in trouble with Mary. I don't go out and measure. Perfect timing. Oh, I don't go measure. Well,
It was, let's say, less than a tenth of a mile.
hello, Vicky. Again, I don't go out and measure.
Well, it was right. You said you just left your property, am I right? And they were on their way home, right?
You sure do make a lot of assumptions about where they were going, what they were doing, what I was doing. But yes, I was leaving my property. I have no idea where they were going. And it doesn't matter because they violated knowingly, willingly the civil protection order. They cannot be within 500 feet of me. They know my vehicle. They know everything about my vehicle. And they willingly, knowingly violated. It doesn't matter where they were going. So you can stop saying they were going home. I don't care where they were going. I don't care where they were coming from. None of it matters. The court is not going to care about it either when it's in Ohio court for yet another violation. What they're going to care is, did they violate? And the answer is yes, they violated it again.
So if they had turned down a side street, you're saying that they would have avoided the violation?
If they would have turned down the side street, that side street feeds right out into Route 19, Route 98, they would have avoided it.
Have you ever gone somewhere because you learned or were aware that they were there just for the purpose of using the Ohio protection order to force them to leave?
Like 6 to 12. See, Kippy says, hey, I would like 6 to 12. And of course, well, you'll talk to Megan. I'm just kidding. Don't talk to Megan. She'll throw rocks at me. No. He's or would you like a 6'12" man? 7 foot man? If so, I'm not your man. I'm not 7 foot tall. As everyone will tell you, I'm really short. Yeah. Have you ever gone somewhere because you learned or were aware that they were there just for the purpose? He says no.
Well, have you ever said on any of your YouTube videos that you would go to one location or another and there enforce the Ohio protection order by making them leave?
I have clearly stated that I will live my life without consequences because I'm not the one that's been found guilty. I'm a reseller. I go to flea markets, I buy from sellers, then resell. That is part of a major part of my business. And so if they are at a flea market and I show up at the flea market, they must remove themselves from the flea market. Now, as such, I have not gone to that flea market as I've been busy out of town with other resale opportunities. But there will be a day where I will be at that flea market because I attend that flea market. I buy from other sellers, then I resell, which means they will be in violation, and therefore they must leave.
Okay, so to be clear, you've not, but you do fully intend to attend the, what's it called, the flea market? Is it in Chiefland?
6 inches is more in millimeters. No. Yes, it is. Well, yeah, it would be Missy. How you doing, Missy Sparks? Good to see you. I fully intend to live my life normally as I always have, without repercussions, without consequences, because I haven't broken the law. They have.
What's the name of the flea market we're talking about?
You tell me.
I don't know. The one where Miss Preston.
I don't know the name either.
All right. But it's your intention at some point you fully intend to go to that flea market where Miss Preston has a booth because you have business there. And when you do, your intention is to make sure that the Ohio order is enforced, that she's made to leave. Am I correct?
My intention when I have business there is to make sure that I'm protected and the law isn't broken. Yes, Mrs. Sparks, that had me stumped for a second. I was like, it was good. It was good, Missy.
And that would, in this case, mean requiring her to leave on the threat of contempt of the Ohio order, correct?
Those are the consequences of her being found guilty. Her breaking the law.
But I'm saying prospectively now, in the future, if and when you go to this flea market, is it your intention to require her to leave on threat of contempt of the Ohio order? Am I correct?
Whether I go to a town hall meeting, whether I go to Walmart, whether I go to McDonald's, whether I go to the Chiefland flea market, whether I go home on my own road, if they violate, they're going to be reported.
Okay, but I want to know specifically about the flea market. Does it smell as bad as Lynette's ass? Because I've had my head so far up that thing. It makes a sound whenever I pull it out. So is it your present intention to, at some time in the future, go there for business? And when you do, you're going to enforce the Ohio order?
I've answered the question multiple times. Move on or ask a new question.
And do you have a time frame of when you're going to go to this flea market? Because I want to get my camera out and film this because I'm so excited. Of when you expect to invoke your right to go to the flea market and enforce the Ohio order? Question mark?
It has nothing to do with enforcing an Ohio order. It has everything to do with protecting myself from these monsters. Man, 5'5" to 5'8", just right. You're 5'2". Oh, Kippy, you only knew. I have no time frame whenever business is to the point where I need to go and buy and purchase from sellers at the flea market. That's whenever I'll be there. Same as I don't have a time frame of when I'm going to Walmart. And nor am I going to confer with your clients to say,
hey, bitches, I'm going to Walmart right now.
And yet they have broken at Walmart as well. Your client, Lynette, double birded me, like this, flipped me off. with both hands in the parking lot of Walmart. You'd think I'm going to go to her and say, "Hey, stupid, I'm going to Walmart now. Please don't be there." No, she is the one that has to immediately leave. So I will live my life normally as my life should be normal, except they have terrorized our lives to where it is no longer normal, to the point where we have to put our own piece of property up for sale just to get away from their insanity, just to get away from the harassment, just to get away from their threats, just to get away from they're going to pop a cap in my ass. They're going to shoot me in the face and they're going to feed me to the gators. I will live my life as I do every single day and protect myself from your batshit ass crazy clients.
So she flipped you the double bird at Walmart, Mr. Hale. She flipped you the double bird. Miss Preston flipped you the double bird at Walmart.
You already have that answer. I've already stated it.
Was that the subject of a violation that you reported?
We did in Ohio.
When did the flip the bird at Walmart incident occur?
I don't have the dates in front of me.
Was that brought to the court in Ohio, already filed as a contempt?
It's already in the Ohio court. The magistrate is ruling on it. We're waiting for the ruling.
Oh, that's one of the 2 contempts that are still out there. Am I right?
As I just stated, the magistrate is we're waiting on the magistrate to make the final ruling.
Okay. Specifically about whether there was a violation for her at Walmart flipping the double bird, correct?
As I just stated, we're waiting on the magistrate's ruling.
And also on another incident, a town hall incident, correct? As I just stated.
We're waiting for the magistrate's ruling.
I understand there's a ruling waiting. Now I'm wondering, my question is, you're waiting on the ruling whether there was a violation for the Walmart double bird flipping incident? Because that's what we do. We flip double birds. We don't flip single birds because they got to be doubled up. Whether there was a violation on the double bird flipping incident, number 1, and also a violation of the order by virtue of being present at town hall, number 2. Are those the 2 rulings you're waiting the magistrate ruling on?
There were so many violations of the civil protection order by your clients. I can't even keep straight which one is which ruling at what time. But I will tell you, there will be another filing for contempt on the 4 that we just discussed.
Oh, I got you. All right. So let's see. You've shown a lot of private messages and chats that you've obtained from people who were party to those private messages and chats with Michelle Preston. Am I right?
Who's Michelle Preston?
Lynette Preston. Am I right?
There we go. That's better. Yeah. Use her real name, Lynette Preston. Michelle Preston is the daughter of Lynette Preston, and Lynette Preston is using her daughter's name to scam.
Can you pronounce her name, Lynette, like it's supposed to be?
No, I have a northern accent. I apologize. I should probably understand that. You're from up north as well.
So am I right, though, that you have shown on YouTube videos on your own cell phone screenshots are actually forwarded messages and chats between people and Michelle and Lynette Preston?
Yes or no? Can you show me what you're referring to?
No, this is just a general question. Have you on occasion on YouTube shown private chats or messages of which Lynette Preston was a party?
No, I haven't shown anything private. It's been made public. It's evidence in court. It's evidence for anybody to make a public record request. Well, none of it's private. If it's made known to me, how can it be private? So let's actually call it what it is. It's a publication by Lynette Preston.
Well, no, I'm specifically asking about your publication of private chats and messages between Lynette Preston and other parties who provided them to you.
There is no privacy, so drop the word private. There is no privacy. It's the internet. Anything can be subpoenaed. Even text messages can be subpoenaed. There's no privacy whatsoever, so stop saying privacy.
Fair enough.
There is nothing private at all.
Fair enough. So let me retract that. Have you shown on your YouTube channel messages and chats which Michelle Lynette Preston was a party with any other individual that were originally just between her and the other individual?
How am I supposed to answer whether it's between her and another individual? Ask a better question.
Have you received
You can laugh. You're the one that looks like a fool here. You can't even formulate the full question. So you can giggle and laugh all you want. You're a party. You're complacent in this, and you're going to be held accountable for it as well with your what the hell's ecosystem. So get ready for that, buddy.
So, geez whiz, I can't remember what my question was. Lucy, I'm sorry.
The witness, I honestly, that you can even think, to be honest.
Would you mind?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
I can't even remember what my question was. Would you mind? Because I need a bong hit right now. So do you understand the question?
And I already followed up and I said, can you show me what you're referring to?
Well, if you ever talked about having moles on your YouTube videos, if you ever said that you have moles providing you information,
Good question. How many moles do you think there potentially is? Do you think there's moles in your private conversations right now?
Mr. Hales, I'm asking you these questions.
Oh, that got to him right there. Oh my God, that got to him right there. Because Deuce was wondering who the moles are that are hanging out listening in private. Because a lot of stuff came out that they weren't expecting. Think about that. How much came out that they weren't expecting to come out? And just think how quick Deuce sees mole people. I'm telling you, he does.
I see mole people, they're everywhere.
I'm thinking about this. How delusional Delulu he is. I mean, I don't think he realized how many people were actually in his chats listening, those private chats. Maybe that's why they kept Stacy so in the dark and kept talking shit about her. I wonder. Maybe they suspected she was saying something. Huh. Well,
Mr. Hales, I'm asking the question. So do you acknowledge saying on your YouTube videos on one more occasion that you have moles providing you with information that you're then disseminating publicly on your YouTube videos?
Well, let me answer this question since you stated that you're the one asking the questions.
It's a yes or no question.
Because what you're doing is making statements, and then I have to prompt you to actually ask a question. I don't need moles because your clients post everything out there with fools such as you putting everything out there on the internet. Nobody needs a mole. Nobody needs anything sent to them when people such as you continue to incriminate yourself within this conspiracy of defamation with your clients who needs to mole anything. Yeah, I've got moles. They're all over my body. I have freckles too.
So have there been people who have contacted you and said and shared with you their messages and chats with Lynette Preston?
Rephrase the question, please.
Have there been people who have contacted you and shared with you their chats and messages with Lynette Preston?
There have been people who have shared communication from Lynette Preston for evidence in court.
Okay, and does that include some of which you've shown holding your cell phone up to the camera on YouTube videos?
I have no idea.
Okay, I'd like to know the names of the individuals that have provided you this evidence for use in the court of communications with Lynette Preston.
Attorney Shockett. Well, I'm going to say that some of those names are confidential work products. So if you know of anyone that hasn't, that I
listened,
that's attorney-client privilege. Hold on, you keep wanting to invading attorney-client privilege, which you're opening yourself up for that. So same instruction as before. Witness. Yeah, there's no one that is outside the bounds of attorney-client privilege. Well, then don't answer it.
I'm going to have to follow up here because I'm so screwed.
It appears JP and LC can use smoke signals. Yeah, they could, Suzanne. I like that. I've got my smoke signals. Well, they just ask dudes for, hey, buddy, bang your little bong over here. And you too can wave it over the little bong. We can make smoke signals all night long.
So is your testimony that, strike that, has there been a non-lawyer who has contacted you and said, I would like to share, I have information to share in the form of messages and chats and conversations with Lynette Preston?
Attorney Shockett, you can answer that. Contacted you, not me. Ask the question again and rephrase it.
So the question is, if there have been individuals who have contacted you to share with you those individual conversation messages, chats that they had with Lynette Preston.
That they had with Lynette Preston? Contacted me personally?
Yes.
Individuals don't contact me personally. They send a message and say, hey, look at this. Hey, and it's all to fans of What the Hales, and it all goes into an inbox.
Okay.
But nobody's particularly contacted me personally.
So who sent messages that went into What the Hale's inbox that you then used and showed on YouTube?
Again, I don't have a list. If you were going to ask this question, you should have prepped beforehand so I could be ready to actually, with the list, to answer this question. So I have no recollection right now. I'm not looking at anything. I have nothing in my hands. I don't have my cell phone. I don't have my emails. I don't have anything. You should have been better prepped. This right here. This right here is good. Floor, Ronnie Martin, good to see you, man. What does that say? It says, I would want to come up against Jeremy as a defendant, much less plaintiff. Smart, grounded, well-versed, solid constitution. Not to mention he's retained the wisdom of life. Absolutely, Rondi. That is so true. That is so true.
So you don't remember the names of any people that have shared with you their conversations that they had with the Michelle of Lynette Preston?
You should have prepped better.
Okay, so is your testimony, though, that without getting into attorney-client privilege, though, that you learned there were individuals you have learned of information from or you have obtained information from, but that you're refusing to identify because they provided it to your counsel and not to you directly?
Ask the question better.
Are there individuals you're aware of who have shared information with your counsel but not with you that would be used as evidence in court?
Attorney side again. Witness, unbelievable. Invading attorney-client privilege. Attorney-client privilege, oh my. It's just a yes or no question. Honestly, you can't. That's one at a time from the reporter. Like when he slaps the juice with it. JT Burl, yes. Attorney Shockett, you're saying what I said, which is the same thing. You're doing it.
Well, shit. Here's the question. My brain is starting working slightly again. Are you aware? If I'm going to tell you to name them or tell the nature of the information, I'm just asking a yes or no question. Are there individuals that you're aware of that share the information with your counsel that you intend to use as evidence in court? Yes or no?
Attorney Shockett, that's work product, so don't answer that either. Oh my goodness. I get to decide what we use. I can't believe it. I literally cannot believe him.
So you're not going to tell me the names of any of these moles that you have referred to on YouTube as providing text that you've been shown?
Attorney Shockett. Now we're talking about moles? Now it's moles? Would you like the name of some freckles? I call this one Charlie. This is Eileen. It doesn't mean moles. Define mole for him. I don't know what he means. Okay. It's just ridiculous.
So on your YouTubes.
God, he just oh, Randy, Jeremy, you guys are funny as hell. The sarcasm is good. This one's Charlie, this one's Eileen. What the fuck? You're asking about moles? Oh, love it. Okay. I'll chill out for a second.
So on your YouTube videos, you have more than one occasion shown using your own cell phone held up to the camera, messages and chats involving Lynette Preston and the person who provided that to you. And I'm asking you to give me the names of the individuals who provided that. Those texts and chats that you showed on YouTube.
Objection asked and answered. If you want to answer it again, attorney-client privilege.
No, but the emails that you mentioned, if you want to answer it again, go ahead. It's up to you.
I don't have any information in front of me to be able to answer. Okay, same answer.
Have you ever publicly stated that the goal of suing someone is not to win, but to bankrupt them?
Not to my recollection.
Did you ever sue Marilyn Robbie?
Raby? No, I did not.
If you prevail in this lawsuit, what do you believe you'll be able to collect from my clients?
Objection to form. You can answer.
To satisfy the judgment, if you prevail and win a judgment against my clients for a lot of money, how will you seek to satisfy that? What do you believe they have to satisfy such a judgment?
Again, okay, if you have to rely on anything I've told you about, it's attorney-client privilege.
But do you have a knowledge of outside of our conversation?
I have no knowledge outside of our conversations.
So do you believe that they have, cash that you can recover from them?
You can answer. Yes.
And what is the basis of your belief they have cash in sufficient an amount to pay off a judgment you expect to recover in this case?
You just asked me if I believe. You didn't ask me.
No.
It's a belief.
No, that's not what you... I believe it. I believe.
Hold on. Whoa. I believe in winning the air, too. Objection. It's to form a foundation. You can answer. Go ahead.
So what is the basis you believe as a source of financial assets you can seek and satisfy a judgment?
I have no basis for a belief. That's why it's just a belief and not a fact.
Do you recall in more than one YouTube video listing names of witnesses that you would be requiring to travel to Florida to testify in this proceeding?
Same thing, work product, objection, attorney-client privilege. You can answer.
No, it's not. I'm asking you whether you recall.
Yes, it is. It's actually the attorney-client privilege. It's a conversation that I've had with my attorney, and therefore it's attorney-client privilege. I haven't had conversations outside of it with my attorney.
Do you recall publicly on YouTube naming individuals that you would be forcing to travel to Florida to give testimony in this case?
Attorney Shockett, you can answer. I recall stating that is the goal for these testimonies and depositions, but ultimately I don't make that decision. The judge is making the decision in regards to the amount of depositions and time frame of those.
My question pertained to specifically whether you acknowledge naming some individuals and saying on YouTube that I believe I can fly. Naming some individuals and saying on YouTube that they would be forced to travel to Florida to give testimony in this case.
That's a work product, and again, it's my decision. It's what he said on YouTube. It doesn't matter. Here, listen. You can have the question read back. That's not what you asked. I'll move on.
What was the purpose for you to broadcast Attorney Shockett's video deposition of my client, Ms. Prestis, beginning on September 5th and over the course of 8 days?
Attorney Shockett, I didn't hear that question. You broke up. What was that? What was the what?
What was the purpose of Mr. Hale's broadcasting video deposition of my client taken by your counsel in January? What was the purpose of broadcasting that over 8 segments on your YouTube channel from September 5th to the 13th?
So the first purpose would be accountability and protection. The second purpose would be, this is my life. This is the story of my life that people want to know what's going on. But the main emphasis of all of it is protection and accountability from these monsters.
Thank you for that straight answer, because, I like to get a little bit of pokey in the booty, and it doesn't make me gay. It just makes me like it in the booty. And so how is playing this video going to serve the purpose of the protection and accountability given that loss? That legal action was dismissed at the time.
That's pretty funny considering you at the beginning of this are begging and pleading like a child that none of these depositions are played. And you had to file a motion at the beginning. You are the one that doesn't want the accountability out there. You are the one that doesn't want the safeguarding of this information. You're the one that doesn't want me protected. The accountability of the camera is more powerful than anything else. Information out to the people is more powerful than anything else. Seeing the corruption, seeing the disgust. People are disgusted with you. You are vile. You are the bottom of the barrel. You are trying to literally break the law to try to and get your name in the law. It's disgusting. You are the one at the very beginning going, I don't want this played. I don't want people to know who I am really on camera. I don't want people to see who I am and what I'm really about. Showing them who you really are, Deuce. Showing them what you're really about. Showing them the reality and the truth. That's protection. That's accountability. That's safeguarding my life. Remember, it's your clients, both of them, who said they were going to shoot me in the face. Both of them said they were going to pop a cap in my ass. Both of them who are part of some of these vile, heinous, and just gross, sick things. Accountability. Protection. Safeguarding. Information out there is my protection.
Are you finished?
Are you finished?
No, my question is, how did broadcasting of January deposition from September 5th to the 13th serve at those purposes that you just articulated?
Objection to form. Hold on. Objection to form. You can answer if you know how it served these purposes. I already answered it. I just answered it in the question before. Protection, accountability, safeguard, truth.
How did it protect you?
Shut up and listen. You asked me a question, exposing the truth, exposing who they really are, exposing what they're really about, sharing so nobody else has to go through this hell that we've had to go through, this torment that we've had to go through, being stalked, being extorted, being harassed, being tormented. We don't want this on anybody. You're an evil individual. You are a horrible person. And yet I still wouldn't want you to be stalked and harassed and extorted by these people. We have been threatened by them constantly, and you making a mockery of it online on YouTube. Oh boy, your PR campaign. Oh boy, your what the hell's anti-ecosystem. I wouldn't give as horrible as you are as an individual. I don't even know how you sleep at night, to be honest, but I know how a woman sleeps. I don't know how a woman sleeps next to you, to be honest. And yet I still wouldn't want your clients to do what they've done to me, to you. They are horrific people. It's safeguarding, it's protecting, it's accountability, and it's making sure this doesn't happen in our lives again.
Are you performing for YouTube now, Mr. Hales?
Are you on a YouTube right now? Mr. Shockett? Are you able to? Oh, wait. Oh, answer, are you on YouTube right now? Mr. Shockett, are you able to control your client? No, Deuce asked this one.
Mr. Shockett, are you able to control your client and have him answer questions directly?
Mr. Maskin, again, do you have a question for my client? He answered your question. Do you have another question? Or I'll start my cross.
So you say you played the video of the deposition so that it wouldn't happen to anybody else. I think that was in there somewhere. Am I right?
You can answer. Why answer? He's already asked. I mean, come on. You've got so much time. Federal court only allows you so much time. Get to something real, Deuce.
Well, my question is how would playing that deposition the way you did from September 5th to the 13th somehow protect others from going through what you went through?
Oh, Jesus Christ, Deuce.
Oh,
let me explain this really quickly here for this numbskull, because his question is both asinine and stupid. Deuce's question: how does it? How would playing that deposition the way that you did from September 5th to the 13th somehow protect others from going through what you went through? It's the same reason. And I'm gonna point this out really quick. It's the same reason that we show these kinds of behavior from people over here. The reason that I go through these depositions, the reason that I read through a lot of court filings, the reason that I do all of what I do is whenever you start seeing the kind of behavior that people have, this horrible, horrendous behavior, it's like nothing changes with these people. The behavior that they have. How many times have I shown someone running a scam? How many times have I shown someone doing something absolutely horrendous? And they still don't understand. They go, oh, this will never happen to me. You can sit there and show how shitty the Lees are by scamming people out of hundreds of thousands of dollars, of never producing a fucking bench. 15 months. 15 months. Never produced a damn thing. Just excuses. Oh, it's out there. It's on a slow boat from China. Oh, it's coming sometime. How many times have we shown that kind of stuff? And it's unbelievable that people are just like, no, that never happened. That's why he shows those things. That's why he has those up there. So the next person that runs across Lynette and expects that she's going to act any differently towards them is forewarned. So whenever they see her come moving into their neighborhood, they can go, oh, I heard about her. Ah. Yeah. BBB produces screaming modem noises in your head. I'm sure he does. Decent sounds like he's beating a dead chicken. Well, don't worry, Trucka, because you'll have the flea over there sucking those things dry before you know it. I mean, this so ridiculous. Really? So they see the court system. They see the corruption of a judge. They see the corruption of Levy County. They see what's being stalked on YouTube is like. The hell that we've had to go through. And you don't think they're going to learn from that process. You don't think that they're going to learn, oh, this is how the justice system works. Oh, this is how it doesn't work. Oh, this is what's going on. This is how I protect myself. This is the most important thing for anybody online, an online personality, is security, security, security. Or is this going to happen to you as well? Well, that's right. They said that I was a child rapist. They said that I raped their daughter. How would you respond if they said that about you? Because you're probably next on their list, Deuce. How are you going to respond when they put it in your community? How are you going to respond when they start saying that on your reviews online? How are you going to respond when these individuals say that they're going to shoot you in the face and feed you to the gators? This is a learning process and an educational process for anybody and everybody out there. And you would think that you would be smart enough. I don't know how in the world you pass the bar, but you would be smart enough to know that that's the process in the first place. And to know that you just threw in your hat with some people that are extremely dangerous. And here you are. And now you're trying to protect yourself, but it ain't going to work. And yet I'm protecting myself by information out on the web. Hey, Spawn Trooper. Good to see you, brother. Good evening, Shizzywhiznut. And a boy, for a second, I thought I missed the stream and added so long I noticed I could skip it. Good evening. You're good, brother. You're good. Good to see you. Good to see you. Do you recall Judge Davis saying that? Judge Davis never said that. Oh, here we go. Sorry.
Do you recall that Judge Davis said he didn't want to see on YouTube on September 4th when Miss Preston dismissed the state court temporary restraining order against you? Do you recall Judge Davis saying that? He didn't want to see it on YouTube anymore?
Judge Davis never said that.
And do you acknowledge that not you specifically made a YouTube broadcast, a YouTube video bragging about winning, I won in court being in the headline?
Again, Judge Davis never said that. Nor do I remember what videos I broadcast on any given day because there's so many.
Would you like to take a break, Alyssa?
No, thank you.
I think we'll go until 5, and so I think we should probably take a break at like 3:40 or in 10 minutes.
10 minutes. So you're announcing a break 22 minutes before it? Okay.
So do you know who Olga Nelson is, Mr. Hales?
Yes.
And who is Olga Nelson?
Biological aunt of Harley Grace.
And how do you know Olga Nelson? Have you ever met her in person?
I've only met her through communication.
And did you contact her? Or did she contact you originally?
I've never contacted anybody in regards to any of this. Everybody contacted me. Maybe because I'm popular. I don't know if it was Olga or who contacted me. It might have been Jessica.
Jessica who?
You can say. I don't have my phone to look at contacts. Then you don't have to answer. I don't know.
Is Jessica another aunt, biological aunt?
Biological aunt of Harley Grace.
And did you have a remote live video, guest appearance by Miss Nelson and Jessica in one of your live streams?
Yes.
And did you discuss during that live stream initiating the court proceeding to have the Preston child removed, given custody of them?
Can you rephrase it in simple, easy to understand questions instead of these comments?
During the live stream on which you and Jessica and Olga Nelson appeared as your guests, did you discuss with them initiating a court proceeding directing it, having Harley Grace Preston taking further custody of Lynette Preston given to them?
Well, we discussed an emergency court proceeding based on the living conditions, the extremely poor and, frankly, in my opinion, abusive living conditions of Harley Grace based on the actions of Lynette Preston and John Cook against Harley Grace. And let's see, let's dig into that a little bit. We've got Lynette claiming that John Cook is an abuser, that she wants him out of her life, that if that's happening to Lynette, what do you think is happening to a little child? We got Lynette stating all over and in videos that she doesn't trust John with the child. We've got Lynette stating in videos that the child is so sick, life-threatening disease, that she can't be around anyone. And yet we've got a live stream sitting on fat Lisa Lee's lap. Isn't that interesting? With no face mask. Oh, we also have she's going to get spanked in the mouth. We also have all the witnesses of actual people seeing Lynette hitting her in the head. We have, the list goes on and on. Nails, glass. She's going to die from this. She's going to die from that. The extreme conditions are unfavorable for the child, especially one that somehow, some way, has a life-threatening disease.
So why would, to your understanding, the biological aunts contact you about the child's living conditions and dangers that she's in?
Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. Oh. What a fucking moron. I don't know. What about Lynette posting that she moved out of the trailer to get away from John Cook, to get Harley Grace away from John Cook? This is your own client's posting saying about the person that she's living with this child. That's your client. Oh, and there's so much more. The endangerment of this child, so much more. So who do you think when they reach out to Levy County Children's Services, and Levy County Children's Services absolutely ignore all of this? Oh, we even have on video Levy County Children's Services coming and not even doing an investigation on the property because it's too hot. It's too humid. And we got mosquitoes, and we show up with a sheriff, and then we leave. At some point, people go, where do I turn? And them knowing that Lynette has done this to so many people, that Lynette continues to ruin people's lives like this, that she has finally found somebody who is willing to stand up for her and hold her accountable. Stand up to her and hold her accountable. Oh, I would say they probably went, you know what? We should contact him. He's actually going to hold her accountable. Maybe we can save this child.
Oh, I've got you. So they saw that you were the one that they saw willing to stand up to Lynette Preston. So they contacted you for help about the child, correct?
Well, they definitely didn't go to Fat Lisa Lee and her Save Harley Grace website. Oh, and you know, the one where they state that they're PR for Lynette, they're the mouthpiece for your client. That one, yeah, you know about that. So they contacted me because they care. Would you be quiet and listen to my answers? They contacted me because they love that child. They contacted me because they care about that child. They contacted me because they're in fear for that child's life every single day around your clients. They contacted me because of the verbal abuse. They contacted me because of the physical abuse. They contacted me. Now, these are my beliefs. I can't answer the question for them why they contacted me, but I bet you're going to have an opportunity to be in court to ask them.
Okay, now.
Hold up a second. I'm not done. How about we got an almost 5-year-old on Route 98, one of the most dangerous highways in Florida at night. And she's illegally walking on the road with a child in a stroller who isn't potty trained, who is almost 5 years old. Well, you know what? If you're not contacting Levy County Children's Services, there's seriously something wrong with you. Seriously something wrong with you, because you know this situation, and yet you were quoted as saying, I don't give a fuck about the child. I'm just their lawyer. How dare you not care about a child?
So you had called CPS on?
You're a mandatory reporter of child abuse. Did you report it?
So you had called CPS before, right?
You're a mandatory reporter of child abuse. How many times have you called CPS and reported this? Because you know what's going on.
You had called CPS before. You had ants on your live stream, am I right?
How many times have you called CPS? You're a mandatory child abuse reporter. Oh, that's right. You don't care. You don't care. You want fame for macaroni and cheese. Oh my goodness, what a joke. All right, so I called CPS one time. I don't know what date. I don't recall. I don't remember. One time I called CPS based off my concerns.
Now, when Miss Nelson, Jessica contacted you and had them on your stream and you were talking about the dangerous conditions, et cetera, and emergency proceedings, did you excuse me? Did you offer to help them with that financially to pay for lawyers or lawyer?
No, I've never given them any money for lawyers.
Did you donate a hoodie that was auctioned off for something like $15,000 and that money was for them to use for this court proceeding?
We auctioned off a hoodie. It never got paid for. I've never given them any money for their lawyers. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate you, Tammy. Tammy is knocking out the modding. We love her. Well, thank you, Suzanne. I appreciate you. Appreciate you.
Did you ever hear of an attorney, Jenny Consuegra from Miami?
Not to my knowledge.
Were you aware of the filing by attorney Consuegra with Olga Nelson as her client?
Yeah, not to my knowledge.
Well,
you're asking me about a filing with an attorney where I already told you not to my knowledge. How do you expect me to answer a question when I've already told you I don't know the attorney?
Okay, but you on your YouTube broadcast were regularly referring to an ongoing emergency court removal proceeding to save Harley Grace, right? Do you not make those statements?
Attorney Shockett, objection to form compound question. I have no authority to remove anyone from any place. What I do desire is for a child to be in a happy, healthy living situation. And that is not with your clients. It is evident to anyone, including you. That is not the safe environment that she deserves as a child. I can't remove any child. I have no authority, no power to remove any child. What I can do is report when I see something isn't appropriate. I can report when I see something is wrong. When I see something, I can do the responsible adult thing, which you have yet neglected to do and actually report it, even though you're a mandatory reporter.
So you at all in the loop, so to speak, with respect to the filing by Elgar Nelson using attorney Consquaga seeking to access the adoption file pertaining to Harley Grace Preston.
I'm not involved in any of that.
Were you involved in helping arrange a crew of people to retrieve Lloyd Campbell's RV and other items from Miss Preston's property?
No, I'm involved in helping a veteran who is afraid for his life who reached out to me and asked for help.
And did you actively arrange for any of the following individuals to participate in his help? George? No, strike that. Not George.
Yeah, I would say you got to strike. You obviously don't even know your clients or your case, that's for sure.
Did you specifically ask Deanna West to participate in that effort?
Not to my recollection. And let's be very, very clear. It is Lloyd Campbell who had full access and legal rights to the property as a tenant, who asked for us to help remove his personal property, as he had every legal right to remove that personal property. So
did you ask Deanna West, hey, can you help out get Lloyd's property off the Miss Preston's property?
I don't recall. I seriously doubt it. She probably volunteered to say, I want to help him, because that's the type of person that Deanna is.
Well, then how would she have known that there was this need?
Objection to form calls for speculation. Answer if you know.
So was it your testimony that you're not the one who told Deanna West about this, and that's what led to her helping?
No recollection of how Deanna West knows about helping, nor would I have ever forced her or told her to do such a thing.
And did you contact Rex Woods and ask him if he would help remove Lloyd Campbell's property?
No, I did not.
And did you contact Therese Granger and ask if she would help?
No, I did not.
And did you contact Stephen Granger and ask him if he would help?
No, Stephen Granger contacted me and asked if I could help, and I said, no, I can't help. I'm in Ohio.
So Stephen Granger called you on the phone, did he?
Again, I don't recall.
But it is your testimony, though, that was the first time you became aware of Lloyd Campbell's needed to get stuff off his property. Was Stephen Granger calling you?
I don't recall if it was a phone call or what it was, but Stephen Granger is the one that made me aware that Lloyd Campbell was in fear for his life and that he needed help somehow, some way to remove all his property from the property he had all legal access to as a tenant.
So was that call from Stephen Granger before or after you broadcast a phone call with Lloyd Campbell?
Before.
Did you ask Travis Willis if you'd be involved in helping remove the property?
I don't recall if I contacted him or not.
Okay, so you don't recall contacting any of the 5 individuals. Your testimony is you don't recall contacting any of them to ask them if they would participate in helping remove Lloyd Campbell's stuff.
I don't recall.
And you don't know what any of them would have known about this mission. It's a mission now. Other than you telling them.
Yes, the same way I did. Lloyd contacted me.
So Lloyd contacted you out of the blue.
Oh my goodness, you literally just talked about a video of a phone call with Lloyd. And now you're asking me? Obviously, he contacted me.
But it was the first time you ever had community. It was just a phone call. Hi, I'm Lloyd Campbell, Mr. Hales. I need your help.
The first time I ever had any type of contact with Lloyd Campbell.
And how did he get your number? Do you know?
Objection to form. Answer if you know. Yes, I know. Stephen Granger gave it to him.
Now, you were aware, were you not, that the filing for the emergency removal of Harley Grace Preston was denied by the court? You learned it maybe through maybe 2 leaves or otherwise, but you learned that, right?
No. Objection to form. Hold on. Objection to form. I don't know about it anyway.
So you're not aware? You're not aware that the family court law denied she was filed by Olga Nelson through her lawyers seeking.
I literally just said I'm not aware. This is the first. Now, regardless of me screen recording everything that the 2 fleas post, it goes straight to a lawyer team, and then it's going to court. So regardless of whether I have every screenshot of every little thing that they've said and they've done, I don't actually watch and I don't listen. It goes to legal team and it will be handled in court.
So this is the first time I'm hearing anything about this.
Okay.
To be clear, right now, me telling you is the first time that you're learning that the proceeding seeking to take Harley Grace to put her with the biological ants. You're just now learning that that was denied by the court.
To my complete and total recollection, this is the first time I've heard anything about it.
But you were regularly referring to it on your YouTube broadcast, and when it was denied, you haven't referred to it since. So you're saying that's just a coincidence?
Attorney Shockett, objection to form, compound question, lack of competence, calls for speculation, but outside of that, subject to my objection. If he tries to raise it with the magistrate, you can answer.
All these are improper speaking objections. But in any event, it is coincidence that
No, it's not.
it's a.
He can answer subject to my objection.
Is it a coincidence that at the same time the court denied that proceeding that the fact was publicly broadcast, did you suddenly stop talking about this emergency removal proceeding? That's not because you knew that the court had denied filing?
Absolutely not. So why don't you give me, since you're talking about time frame, why don't you give me the time frame when this actually happened?
Well, I'm not going to take 10 minutes to go looking through records.
No, you'll take 10 minutes to ask this stupid question over and over again in the form of a statement because you don't literally know how to actually communicate and ask a fucking question. You'll waste more than 10 minutes.
You posted a photograph last week. Oh, woe is me. Last week that appears to be taken from the top of the vehicle so that it could be high enough to capture an image above the 6-foot-high privacy fence. Is that correct?
Oh my God. I'm going to take a break now because my brain is starting to cook. It's starting to absolutely cook right now. I'm going to send you guys over somewhere here shortly. Man, I'm going to stop right there because I am at the bottom of 262. Oof, this is a rough one. 262. There we go. And that we will finish up on this today. Today's Wednesday. Should be able to finish this one up Thursday. That's what I smelled. Blah, thank you. License. The hell, how the hell did he pass his bar license? You have to understand that he knows that he's losing. In my opinion, he knows that he's losing and he's losing badly. And he's got nothing. He's trying to get Jeremy to make an assumption or slip up. But I think this is one of the reasons why he wanted out of this case so bad and why they delayed it so long. Is because they knew that they were getting their asses handed to them on a regular basis. They've been creating all of this stuff for YouTube content because they want to really, really boost out his mac and cheese bullshit story. For doing this, it made you laugh a lot. Well, thank you, Tammy. I'm glad I could put a little joy in your life. I like a little joy in my life too. But yeah, this is it's been just, this is one of those things where, I'm catching more now that I've gone back and read through these depositions, of, seeing where people were coming from, where they're going, what they're doing. And I want to send all you 5 people over to go say hello to the Law Pope. Go say hello to Nick Ricada, show him a little bit of love. He's continuing on with the deposition, and I hope it puts a smile on y'all's face. And I will see you guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, most likely tomorrow, unless my voice completely gives out. And I hope not. Thank you very much, Spawn Trooper. You guys have a wonderful night. See you soon. Peace.
was done, bless your heart, but I'm still living rent-free, it's a work of art. Call me daddy, call me Papa Nut, call me the GOAT. You're paddling upstream while I'm running this boat. You say, I don't care, yet you're glued to the screen. Bathe in my glow, you're so unclean. Your shade like a breeze, it's barely a draft. I'm the Picasso of roasting your ass. You say you're over me, oh how cute, but here I am, still the star of your loop. You're my biggest fans, don't even deny. So grab some popcorn when daddy goes live, 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 live. Call me daddy, daddy, daddy. Yeah, shout it loud. You're a mental midget while I stand proud. Papa Nut, Shizzy, daddy, headline act. Your background noise and it's just a fact. Call me daddy, daddy. Let's face the score. You hate that you love me, but you keep wanting more. You're like a dog chasing cars, you don't know why. You don't know why. But here you are barking while I touch the sky. While I touch the sky. Your comments are gold, such comedy gold. Who hurt you? Oh wait, it's me, I'm told. You're keeping tabs like an unpaid intern while I'm cashing checks. When will you learn? Your timeline's a shrine to every move I make. I'd say thanks, but you're a nasty skank. Oh, Shizzy's washed up. Yeah, sure, Jan, yet here I am, the centerpiece of your plan. You hate, watch my stream every damn night. That's why, kiddos, I'm still shining bright. Call me daddy, daddy, daddy. Send in your bread, I'm living rent-free in your effing head. Papa Nut, Shizzy, daddy on your brain. I'm your mental landlord, you wanna complain. Call me daddy, daddy. Let's keep it real. You hate that I'm winning, but you love how it feels. Oh, I'm sorry that I break your streak. You tried to ignore me for like half a week, but daddy's too spicy, you can't look away. I'm the train wreck you need every single day. So while you're out there rich, you're trying to chase cloud, you're sipping coffee, watching you freak out. You're irrelevant, wow, what a take. Now go rewatch my vids and I count how much I make. Call me daddy, yeah, own it now. I'm rent free your brain and you don't know how. Papa Nut, Shizzy, daddy, let's set the bar. I'm bigger than life, you're a burned out star. Call me daddy, embrace your role, 'cause I'm the main character, you're just a troll. So here's your bedtime story, kids, sweet and snug. Shizzy daddy's forever if you're stuck in the mud. Now say goodnight to Papa Nut, your mental king. Oh wait, you will see me tomorrow, same obsession, same thing. Call me daddy, daddy, daddy. Yeah, own it now, I'm rent free your brain and you don't know how. Papa Nut, Shizzy daddy, let's set the bar. I'm bigger than life, you're a burned out star. Call me daddy, daddy. Embrace your role, 'cause I'm the main character, you're just an old raggedy ass burned out troll. So that's your bedtime story, kids tucked in sweet and snug. Shizzy daddy's forever, you lose and you're stuck in the mud. Now say goodnight to Papa Nut, your mental king. Oh wait, you will see me tomorrow, same obsession, same effing thing.